What's up YouTube? Agent Zero here, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison video between the Time-Worn Spire and Autumn Wind, two legendary pulse rifles in Destiny 2. So first, the stats. The Autumn Wind has slightly better range and better reload speed, while the Time-Worn Spire has better stability and slightly better handling. The guns are comparable in all the other stats, making these two guns pretty even. As you can see looking at the stats on the screen, these guns just vary just slightly when it comes to those stats. Now, two hidden stats that I like to mention are inventory size and aim assistance. Inventory size is the amount of ammo a gun can hold in reserves. That stat is bigger on the Autumn Wind, so that's something to note. The aim assistance is the magnetic force that draws a gun to an enemy, and that stat is slightly better on the Time-Worn Spire. Now that we've talked about the stats, let's take a look at some of the perks. And these guns are actually very similar when it comes to the perks as well. Both of them have both tactical magazine and accurized rounds. They both have pretty much the same scopes as well. And then when it comes down to it, they do have differing final perks. The Time-Worn Spire has Zen Moment, where causing damage with the weapon increases its stability. Autumn Wind has Under Pressure, improves stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower. So you're kind of getting increased stability as the gunfight goes on, regardless of which gun you are using. So now that we've talked about the stats and the perks of these two guns, let's get into the subjective part of the review, where I give you my opinion on these two guns and which one I prefer and why. So now let's talk about PvE. Both of these guns are very good pulse rifles. Arguably, a case can be made for either one. For PvE, the Autumn Wind does have those extra ammo reserves, so that could be something of note, while the Time-Worn Spire has Zen Moment, which is great, especially when you're facing bosses. The Autumn Wind has a perk, Under Pressure, that I've mentioned before that I don't really like and I don't really feel as much when the battle goes on. I would much rather have Zen Moment. So overall, when everything is taken into consideration, the stats and the perks of these guns, in PvE, my edge goes to the Time-Worn Spire. I definitely love having Zen Moment. It really helps in a lot of different gun battles. Having the lower inventory size definitely sucks, but Autumn Wind overall is a very good gun, but I'm giving my edge to the Time-Worn Spire because of Zen Moment. And having that increased stability definitely helps as well. Now that we talked about PvE, let's get into PvP. Again, we saw the stats and both of them are very close to each other. The only things that really differ a huge amount are the stability, which is better on the Time-Worn Spire, and the reload speed, which is better on the Autumn Wind. So overall, again, just looking at the stats, looking at the perks, the Time-Worn Spire is built a little bit better for PvP in my opinion. I love using both of these guns though. Both of them are very, very good guns. But if you are choosing one, overall, I'm giving my overall edge to the Time-Worn Spire. Zen Moment is a great perk, and the stability on this gun is very good to boot. I love using both of these guns, however, you can't go wrong with either one of these guns. It is worth noting, though, that the Time-Worn Spire is an Iron Banner gun, so it may be a little bit harder to obtain, so don't feel too bad if you don't have the Time-Worn Spire. The Autumn Wind is still a very good gun. However, if you're choosing between these two, I recommend going with the Time-Worn Spire, not just because it has better stats and a perk in my opinion, but it is a harder to obtain gun than the Autumn Wind is. If you do have a choice between these two guns, stick with the Time-Worn Spire and you have an easier chance to get the Autumn Wind in the future as opposed to the Time-Worn Spire, so that's just something to note as well. Overall, the Time-Worn Spire gets my edge. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more Destiny 2 content. If there are guns you'd like to see me compare, leave a comment in the comments section and let me know what you'd like to see compared. Also leave a comment in the comments section and let me know which one of these guns you prefer. Well, until next time, peace!